There is nothing more iconic to Canadian culture than Tim Hortons. It's Canada's largest quick service restaurant chain, known for its coffee and donuts, and beloved by all Canadians everywhere. Well,
Canada, we have a national emergency on our hands.
Dog now.
At least it used to be, because lately something has taken a turn for the worse.
Tim Hortons is officially the worst fast food place ever. I'm never going there again.
Like someone on my bagel.
People are fed up.
What the is this?
They got 9 out of 32 orders wrong. Almost a 30% chance that they're gonna get your order wrong on a very simple order.
Tim Hortons, they're just getting worse and worse.
But the question is,
I think Tim Hortons is a perfect example of everything that's gone wrong in Canada.
why?
And you know what they say, those who can't do YouTube do food challenges. I'm kidding mostly, but I thought what not a better way to try to get to the bottom of the problem is by eating here every single day of the week. I'm going to die.
Now the rules are simple. 3 meals a day at Tim Hortons, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Outside of Tim Hortons, I'm only allowed to drink water. Fair enough. But to make it more interesting, I'm not just going to one location. I'm hitting a few different spots around my town, mixing drive-thru and dine-in to see which one's actually better. Food-wise, there is a lot that I'm going to be eating, so after each meal, I'll give you my very quick thoughts and if I like it or not. I'm also tracking a few things along the way, like how much I spend per meal and the total cost at the end of the week. Calories and nutrition will tally all that up because I'm paying attention to everything, and I'll give my final thoughts on Tim Hortons as a whole at the end of the video. But I'm also tracking myself too. My starting weight is 156, and we'll see if that changes along with anything else. I'll let you know. But with that, let's start day one and head inside to get the classics that started the company.
Day one, let's go.
Now, starting with their most popular items, I grabbed a basic chocolate dip donut, a few assorted Timbits, and a double-double. For any international viewers, Timbits are a super popular snack here in Canada. Basically small, bite-sized rounded donuts. And then the double-double, another Canadian classic, and that's just coffee with 2 cream and 2 sugar. Double-double. Simple. Now, the chocolate dip donut was pretty good, but we did run into our first issue on meal 1. The chocolate topping got stuck in the bag, so when you pull it out, a chunk of the topping is just gone. Thankfully, it wasn't a huge section, so it's not the end of the world, but it's a super common complaint, and it's kind of funny that it happened immediately. Next up are the Timbits.
Which I haven't actually had Timbits in a long time, so let's try it.
The chocolate glazed, really good. The honey dip was okay, and the old-fashioned plain is, well, plain. It was okay. As for the double-double, honestly, it's great. I get this all the time on my way to work, so it's not new to me. It's just one of those default coffees that tastes like Canada, and I like it. So meal 1 overall is a great start to the challenge. I liked it.
With that, that's meal number 1. We just have 20 more to go.
But with breakfast out of the way, it was already time for lunch. I grabbed a chocolate chip muffin, a chicken bacon ranch wrap, and another popular drink, an ice cap. It's basically a blended frozen coffee, and I don't want to call it a milkshake, but it's kind of like that.
I think the muffin's a little bit stale. Like very kind of old probably.
The muffin was fine, it's a muffin. I wouldn't get it all the time, but it does the job. The chicken bacon ranch wrap was also actually pretty good too. Nothing super noteworthy, but I would get it again. However, the ice cap, I haven't had one in a long time, and wow, it was really good. After that, I was pretty full, so I went around filming some B-roll until it was time for dinner.
So it's now basically 6 o'clock, and we're gonna do a Timmy's run. Yay. So this is our first drive-through. Hopefully it goes okay. Hi, could I get a large chili?
Sorry?
Could I get a large chili?
Large chili, anything else?
And that will be it.
And we immediately ran into another complaint you always hear about Tim's, having to repeat your order. And it happened on the very first one.
Not on the first one, guys. I did kind of turn my head, so there might be that. Thanks, bud. Yeah, we did get our chili. I really got no complaints, but I'm kind of trying to figure out how to do this in my car. Let's try out the chili. I will say the chili is really good here at Tim Hortons. I don't know how they do it, but man, I really like it. Bread's like sort of kind of cut. Check. They cut the ends and then just left like the middle part attached. Well, that's okay. So annoying. Okay, there. Let's try out the bread. Yeah, the bread's not too bad. With the chili dip, pretty good.
And I'm giving it an S. And with the final meal of day 1 out of the way, so far this challenge is going pretty good. I've enjoyed all the meals and nothing has offended me yet. Service has been quick and honestly, it's gone really smoothly. And I'm wondering now if people online have been exaggerating the claims. But we'll see how I feel by day 4.
Well, that is it for day 1, which actually it went pretty good. So far, so good. I don't think I have any complaints for today. So let's see how day 2 goes. All right, day 2 has started. How am I feeling? Feeling fine, right? Not too bad today. I woke up a little bit late, but that's okay because I am on my way to Tim's. We got a little bit of a wait. You guys might be wondering why I'm wearing the same outfit as yesterday. That's because when I shot my intro, it was completely blurry, so I had to come back. So I dressed up basically the same. But now we're gonna get some breakfast, but there is just a giant lineup. But it's moving pretty quick, so.
Hello, welcome to Hortons. We'll be right with you.
Oh, they don't have any more breakfast? What time is it? It's only 11.
And instead of getting a normal breakfast order, because I slept in, I ended up getting one of their sandwiches. And right away, we hit the same problem again.
Can I get you?
Hi, could I get a large double-double?
Sure.
And we'll do the sandwich BLT.
Okay, what would you like?
The BLT?
Oh, the BLT.
Yeah.
Is that a combo?
The wedges?
Let me double check this. Okay, any different sauce for that?
What sauces do you have?
Creamy barbecue, ketchup, chipotle.
We'll do the chipotle.
Sorry?
We'll just do like the, yeah.
Okay, sure. Anything else?
That is it. Yeah, 2 for 2 on understanding me at the drive-thru. I'm gonna chalk it up to me just turning my head, talking to you guys. What time does breakfast end at Tim Hortons? It's only 11. It's not even noon yet. And breakfast is already over. Looks like I'm gonna have to get up like super early to get some breakfast.
Have a good one.
You too. Thank you. Okay, so what did I get? Well, I got the BLT sandwich. Woo-la, right? And some potato wedges, a very uniquely Tim Hortons thing. And the double-double, of course. But this is just the regular potato wedges.
The wedges, however, are okay. Not something I would go out of my way for, but they're fine.
And I kind of panicked with the sauce because I said chipotle, right? I think, and she didn't hear me. So I don't know, I think this is just ranch. Probably not the best dipping sauce for potato wedges. Well, I think we got to our first disappointing sandwich. I haven't tried it yet, but man, oh man, that looks pathetic. Okay, what the is this? Well, let's try this pathetic BLT and see how it is. I mean, when it's there, it's not bad. But where the is the BLT? Actually, this is really disappointing. There's like 2 strips of bacon on this. It's not good. That one is actually the first terrible meal. It only took the second day. Wow.
And after a strong day 1, it actually really me off. And it was like, wait, maybe the people online are right. And it's not just online either. In general, when you ask people what they think of Tim Hortons now, a lot of them say the same thing. It sucks. So how did we get to this point? How did something that used to feel like a Canadian staple turn into what now some people hate? Well, it starts at the very beginning. Tim Hortons started in 1964, founded by, well, Tim Horton. Yes, a real person and a real NHL player. Miles Gilbert Tim Horton was born January 12th of 1930 in Cochrane, Ontario. He made a name for himself as a tough, reliable defenseman, spending most of his career with the Toronto Maple Leafs. It was during the 60s Horton helped the Leafs win 4 Stanley Cups, and decades later he was even named one of the NHL's 100th greatest players. But near the end of his playing days, he bounced around to different teams. But while all that was happening, he was also building something off the ice. In 1964, while he was still playing, Horton opened the very first Tim Hortons donut shop in Hamilton, Ontario. And it was a humble beginning. Coffee, donuts, and a small menu while the brand figured itself out. But pretty quickly, the business side got serious. Ron Joyce came into the picture, and that's when Tim Hortons started shifting from local shop into a franchising machine. It stopped being a small Ontario thing and started becoming an icon across Canada. But then the story takes a hard turn. Everything was looking up for Tim Horton until his sudden death. After a game in Toronto on February 20th, 1974, Horton drove overnight towards Buffalo, near St. Catharines. But unfortunately, he lost control of his Del Tomaso Pantera, which is just a gorgeous car. And unluckily, he wasn't wearing a seatbelt, so he was thrown from the car 123 feet away and died on the spot. He was only 44 years old. After Horton's death, the company didn't slow down. It exploded. Over the decades, Tim Hortons became routine. Road trips, morning commutes, after hockey practice. Timbits showed up in 1976, and Roll Up the Rim started in 1986. For non-Canadians, it's basically an instant win game, where you roll up the rim to see if you won anything from a free coffee to a car. And it instantly became a yearly tradition that kept people coming back again and again. But that's when the corporate era hits. In 1995, Tim Hortons was purchased by Wendy's, but that relationship didn't last too long and Tim Hortons was independent again, until the next biggest shift.
Is the business deal that has coffee shops buzzing across the country. News that your Timbits could become a little more regal. Burger King confirms it's in talks to buy Tim Hortons. So what happens if Canada's favorite fast food restaurant merges with an iconic American brand?
In 2014, Burger King announced the deal that they were buying Tim Hortons. And after the deal was finalized, Tim's ended up under the same parent company, Restaurant Brands International. And that's the era we're still living in right now. So when people say Tim's fell off, they're not just talking about one bad sandwich, they're talking about a whole shift in the company. And that's when the complaints really started getting loud, because at this point, Tim Hortons isn't really that simple Canadian coffee and donut shop anymore. It's not even Canadian owned. It's just a massive corporate fast food brand. And the goal shifts to one thing: growth and profit. With history out of the way, we're gonna continue on for lunch. I went to the mall this time and grabbed a double-double and one of their newer items called the Supreme Stack. It's basically like a burger, but with seasoned steak, double smoked bacon, and peppercorn sauce. On paper, that sounds really good. In reality, it was mid. It was okay. I don't know, it just didn't really hit it for me. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't anything I would go out of my way to get again. Then for dinner...
All right, time for a Timmy's run. What am I gonna get tonight? No clue. I'm not even really that hungry, to be honest with you, but a challenge is a challenge. I'm gonna try to talk directly into the mic this time. Hi, could I get, do you have any pizzas?
Sorry?
Do you have any pizzas?
Pizzas, yeah.
We'll do that bacon everything.
Bacon everything. Anything else for you?
And that is it.
Since it was a bit later in the day, they had me pull up to the front and wait for it, which is always unfortunate.
No, but that is the third time I've talked into the mic and they simply didn't know what I was saying. 3 for 3, hat trick. Wow. I gotta wait 10 minutes. This wait is taking forever. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's perfect. No, you're okay. Thank you. You too. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. That looks pretty good. I have to admit it. It smells great too, but let's try it. Not too bad though. Actually, I'm kind of surprised by this.
Maybe it's because I had to wait like 10 minutes to get it. So it was just super fresh and that's why it tasted better. Ending day 2 on a high note.
Good morning, guys. It is now day 3. Am I sick of doing this yet? Actually, a little bit. I really don't want to do this anymore, but we're gonna keep going.
Day 3 starts back at the drive-thru early in the morning, so I didn't miss breakfast. I haven't had that yet. But they do have this deal going on. $3 breakfast sandwich or wrap when you buy any coffee. Well, that sounds pretty good, so I grabbed a sausage breakfast wrap and a double-double. But here's the thing I hate about these deals in Canada. They don't include tax in the advertising. So by the time you add the coffee and everything else, that $3 deal turns into $5.60. That's almost $3 more than what your brain thinks you're paying. And it drives me nuts. And it's not even just a Tim Hortons thing either. It's basically every fast food chain here. I hate it. But whatever, that's the game, I guess.
This is our wrap. It kind of a lot more wrap than I think what food is in there. Let's try it. Actually, the breakfast wrap, pretty good. Not too bad, actually.
At least so I thought, because a few hours later, I started feeling kinda sick.
All right, 2 o'clock and it's time for a little Timmy's run. That breakfast wrap really didn't make me feel too good, if I'm being honest. So I think I'm just getting a donut. But I gotta drive all the way to the opposite side of town because I've been to all the ones closest to me. So now we gotta venture off into the bad side of town, which, lock your doors, kids. What the? Timmy's, Timmy's, Timmy. We're just gonna go through the drive-thru though. So, I got the Boston cream.
And that donut is actually really good. I like it. Then for supper, it was back to the drive-thru again.
All right, late night Timmy's run. I am feeling a little bit better. I had a nap, feeling much better. I think it was the breakfast wrap that did me in today, but that's okay. We got supper. Hopefully it doesn't disappoint.
And this ended up being our most expensive meal so far. I got a habanero chicken bowl and a medium brown sugar iced cap. The whole thing came out to around $16. Ouch. And once again, because it was a bit later, I had to pull up and wait for the food. Again, it really seems like if you show up later in the day, you're way more likely to get hit with the pull forward. Luckily, I had solitaire on my phone, so I survived.
Kind of want to win one game before he comes back. Shit, he's right there. Come on.
Excuse me, did you get jalapeno or no jalapeno?
The jalapeno one. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
No jalapeno.
That's perfect. Thank you so much. You too. You did say sorry, so that's okay.
And each time the staff member did apologize for the wait, so I can't really be upset. But the brown sugar ice cap, really good.
I am just gonna quickly eat this, right? Ooh. Spicy chicken. For $10, it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but we're just gonna try it out super quick. I gotta get back to editing. Actually, the rice is pretty good too. Rice, chicken, and the salad. You know what? Not half bad.
The only issue is for the price, you don't actually get that much with it. So it's one of those meals where you're like, this is actually tasty and good, but is it worth $16? Probably not.
Meal 9 out of the way. and day 3 done. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, you beautiful people. Day 4. Actually, we are halfway there. Wow, how do I feel? Actually today I'm feeling pretty good about it. Yesterday was kind of a slump, but I feel like I'm kind of back on track now, so it's time for breakfast now. So it's 10:37. Hopefully I can still get some breakfast even though it's late.
Hi, Doe. Can I get for you?
Hi, could I get a large double-double?
Anything else?
And then could I do that bacon scrambled egg loaded box?
Sorry, we're out of the scrambled egg right now.
How about the regular scrambled?
Just a sausage farmer shop.
For breakfast, I ordered the sausage, everything on it, bagel with a hash brown and a double-double.
I'm kind of hoping this breakfast doesn't make me sick. Today I do have work. We're gonna try the hash browns. That's not bad. It's a hash brown. Oh boy. It's lopsided. This doesn't look too good, actually. I'm hoping I don't get sick again from breakfast, but like it's all on one side. Let me like push it in. There. The patty is like super thin. Little tiny baby patty. Well, let's try it then. It's okay. I can't believe how thin that patty is. That's like not even half an inch of patty. So far, the biggest letdowns have kind of been the breakfast meals. They're kind of shitty. Today I do have to go to work, so I'm gonna try to figure out how to do lunch and dinner, because I'm working all night, basically. But I'll figure it out.
Since I worked that day, on my break, I went back out again.
Just on my break from work, we are gonna head over and do a Timmy's run. Timmy. Oh, that's so dumb. No, so I'm just running to the super sketchy Tim Hortons. That's over here. We're gonna go to Timmy's in the sketchy area. You're gonna have to keep a watchful eye out on the locals here. Back to safety. We got a habanero chicken wrap. Actually, I really seem to like these. Holy that's spicy. Not too bad. It's almost like a burrito. I just finished up, but I forgot I got this pistachio drink. That chicken wrap is spicy as hell. I should have got a cold drink with this. Not too bad.
Then after work, it was Tim's again.
All right, guys, so I just got done work. I am tired, and I'm not even that hungry. But I am gonna go grab something from Timmy's. I think I'm just gonna get a soup. That chicken wrap didn't really sit too good.
So I just kept it simple with the tomato basil soup.
Tomato basil soup? Pretty basil-y. Not bad. Just something light for tonight. I don't know, I think it's that wrap or is the pistachio coffee. I'm like, not feeling it. So that is day 4 done. 3 more days to go. God help me. So stupid. Good morning, you beautiful people. It is now day 5, only 2 days left. I am feeling pretty good, actually. Now it's almost over.
Going into day 5, I did something a bit different. Tim's is known for their donuts, so I figured the best way to figure out which one is actually the best.
I bought every single donut, and it was so many that they gotta give me a separate bag. So I think we are just gonna speed run this super quick because I didn't think it was this many donuts. This is my meal for the day. I'm only eating donuts. So we are just gonna go line to line. I'm only gonna have a bite. I'm gonna tell you if it's good or not. Honey, maple glaze or something. Not bad sweet. A bit bland. Long John Johnson. Oh, I'm funny, okay. Pretty good. I like that one. Guy's just like driving by staring at me. This one, great. Chocolate dip donut. Pretty good. It's like double chocolate donut. That one kind of tastes like a brownie. I like it. Holy f***. Okay, 8 more donuts. Just regular chocolate, I think. Glazed chocolate. That one's pretty good too. I don't know. This is some sort of donut. Beige donut. Let's try it. I think this is like a honey one. Kind of smells like honey. Not bad. This is like a cog donut, like an engine piece. I shouldn't be doing this through the drive-thru. Everyone's just staring at me. I don't really care for this one. This one's kind of weird. Dude, I'm full. Okay. Looks like a giant like pecan or something. I don't like that one. A powdered donut. I'm gonna go back inside and get me a coffee. So this one's like that maple one, but not filled. No, yeah, good. Good. Plain Jane donut with a bit of glaze. Actually, no, that one's not too bad. Okay. Finally, the last one, the sprinkle donuts. Sprinkles, pretty good too. And that was what, all 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 donuts.
And honestly, besides a few I didn't like, most of them were pretty good. My favorites were the Long John, the Baker's Choice donut, the Boston Cream, of course, the double chocolate, and the vanilla dip were all great. My least favorites were the honey curler and the apple fritter. Other than that, the donut lineup was pretty solid, right? I wouldn't complain if I got either of them. Now, the plan for today was just to eat the donuts throughout the day.
We'll see if I need to actually get some food later on, but I think I'm done. I went and got a haircut. My hair was acting crazy during the intro. So I am just sort of kind of eating the donuts, and I gotta do some editing. So how fun.
But it turns out only eating donuts makes you feel like absolute garbage.
So I'm just gonna give a quick little update. I feel like absolute and I think it was from eating, I know it was from eating all those donuts. I just feel terrible.
So I needed to get real food, which I then went back to Tim Hortons, and I got their grilled cheese bacon sandwich and a peach quencher, which is one of their in-house drinks.
All those donuts have made me feel like so I'm like, I gotta get some real food. The plan was just to eat the donuts, but I can't do that. Not today. This is pretty good. I'm right in the sun too. This grilled cheese, amazing. Wow. I really like that.
But even after all that, I still felt sick from all those donuts. So I don't even think an hour later, I went back again, hoping they had some chicken noodle soup and a ginger ale.
I feel so I shouldn't have ate all those donuts. That was... I'm hoping they have chicken noodle soup. I don't want to drive around town looking for chicken noodle. I'm sorry. Hi, do you have chicken noodle soup?
I have to check that. Just give me a second. Sorry, chicken noodle, you need a regular size or large size?
We could just do regular.
Okay.
We got the chicken noodle, thank God. And ginger ale. Thank you. You too. That's kind of awkward. That's the same person I ordered the grilled cheese from earlier. She's still working. I'm basically hoping the chicken noodle soup will help my stomach settle down from the donuts. But let's try the chicken noodle. We got some spices. We got the noodles. Besides being a bit cold, I think it's okay. Yeah, I like it. Not too bad. Also, ginger ale. Ginger ale. I like it. So basically, day 5 is ended. So we got 2 more days to go. It hasn't been so bad until
today. It's the donuts. I ate too many.
And hopefully not to be sick for the final days.
Let's see how tomorrow goes.
Day 6 I actually felt a bit better. The chicken noodle soup and ginger ale definitely helped.
Hello, you beautiful people. Today is day 6 and I just got up and we're gonna go to Tim's. We're gonna go to Timmy's. Da, 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 da. No, I just woke up. I'm like, let's get this out of the way. Oh, I also shaved. Little baby face, but that's okay. I'm gonna go see if they have the breakfast stuff. We're gonna try one more time. It's now 11. I don't know if I made it in time. I did not. Hi, could I do that turkey bacon club?
What was that again?
Could I do that turkey bacon club?
Turkey bacon club, anything else?
And then a large double-double.
Just the wrap.
Oh, and the double-double?
Oh.
Oh, no, you already, never mind. I have it. I'm trying to lie to the employees. Like I said, I literally just got up. Wow, look at that. That actually has some like meat on it. I was a bit concerned about the BLT and thinking this would be the same thing, but no, but this is the Turkey Bacon Club BLT. This is like the last thing I wanted to try at Tim Hortons because I hear it's really f***ing good. So let's try it. It's definitely better than the BLT, but it's just kind of a basic sandwich, right? Do I like it? Yeah, it's a sandwich, right? Like, it didn't blow me away like the grilled cheese yesterday. But that's breakfast out of the way. So now we only have 5 more meals to go. And I think later on tonight, I'm gonna try something a little bit different. I don't know. I thought it was a brilliant idea.
Then for lunch, I just grabbed a double-double, but I added an espresso shot, and I tried their new custard tart.
Right? We saw it. Let's try it. Wow. This is really good. I love this. This is amazing. Wow. Man, I'm sleeping on the tarts. That was a 5 out of 5. Oh yeah, I guess I'm doing a S rating. S. Easy S. So with that, that is basically lunch. Oh, I think I hit the cement part. So the next plan is I'm kind of sick and tired of eating at Tim Hortons. I don't want to spend any more money and I don't want to be driving around anymore, to be honest. But I have an idea. It doesn't break the rules because I said I can only eat Tim Hortons. And it is Tim Hortons, but I'm gonna go buy some right now.
So I stopped at the Dollarama first, hoping they would have it.
They don't have it here. I was trying to get it cheap.
But they didn't. So I was off to Safeway, and sure enough,
Found it.
my plan was to buy some canned food for cheap, but it turns out it's actually more expensive to buy the cans than it is to just go through the drive-thru.
So I thought I was being clever, right? Tim Hortons does make canned food, right? And I thought this would be incredibly cheap, so I was gonna cheat a little bit for a few meals, at least, near the end. I bought 3 cans, $15. I can't believe how expensive this is. I was thinking this was gonna be a lot cheaper, and I was hoping Dollar Store would have it. Oh well. So what flavors did I get? I got a spicy chili, I got beef, barley, and vegetables. I had this during the Lost Lemon. Mine actually pretty good, so I'm excited for that one. And one I don't think I've tried, but I heard it's pretty good. Potato bacon.
So later that night, I made their potato bacon soup.
We're gonna try it and see. It kind of looks runny.
Which is weird because I didn't even add water, so there's that.
That looks like a completely different color than what's on the can, doesn't it? That looks weird. Okay, this is hot, but we're just gonna give it a little try.
Again, it was okay, which seems to be a trend if you've noticed. But with that, we hit the final day, day 7.
Good morning, you beautiful people. Today is day 7, the final day of the challenge. And I don't know what to feel, actually. I should roll up my windows. We have done it. We have made it Friday to Thursday, an entire week of nothing but Tim Hortons. This morning I did get up and make some chili. It's okay. It's gonna be a little bit of an anticlimactic day because I do work. Now I'm just gonna grab my coffee. I kind of want to see if they have another one of those custard tarts. And then we'll probably go get some lunch maybe. And then finally supper for tonight. And that's it, isn't it? Very sad. That's perfect, thank you. You too. Meal 2, one more meal, which I think might just be the soup tonight. We'll see. The custard tarts, okay guys, is so good. Actually, I think this is probably my favorite thing at Tim Hortons. I'm not gonna lie. So good. And then it was time for the Last Supper, the final meal of the challenge. I didn't even know what to get because at this point we've tried basically everything, all the categories at least. That cilantro lime chicken wrap. I was thinking of just getting a sandwich, but they didn't really have any sandwiches. My mic, where'd my mic go? Oh, wait. It's just like on the ground. Hopefully you can at least sort of kind of hear me. But the last meal, cilantro lime chicken wrap and a double. I think that's it's a way to end it. Oh, thank you, you too. And that is it. We're done. But we are gonna review our final wrap, the cilantro lime wrap. Final meal. Let's try it. Let's see. There it is. Last Supper. Eh? What do I think? I think it's okay. Oh, that lime, it's kind of weird though. It kind of tastes like, you know, if you crush like a bunch of ants and it releases all those pheromones, right? And it has like that distinct smell. It kind of tastes like that. Am I crazy for thinking that? I don't know. I get ants from the lime. I don't know. And that's the end. Not with a bang, but a mediocre, okay wrap, right? I'm so happy. I did the challenge. I did it. Will this amount to anything? I'm hoping so. I think this video is going to do really good. And I hope it does. Last bite. Let's go. Let's go. I'm the only one here to celebrate this. With that, we did it. We finished the challenge. After the challenge the next day, I was basically gone doing some traveling I had planned for that weekend. So I had some time to actually sit back and reflect on what this week felt like. So let's go over it all. First, the calories. The total I consumed was 17,952, which works out to about 2,565 calories a day and around 855 per meal across 21 meals. And even that per meal number is a little bit off because you get drinks and a snack, which counts too. And I definitely did that. In total, it came out to 38 items over the week. For eating at one fast food chain only, it honestly wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But you do gotta keep in mind that this is Canada, so the menu and portions can be a bit different than what you picture in the States. The worst things to consume ended up being what you probably expected, the sugary drinks and the pastries. A double is 270 calories, and I normally get those, but all those drinks combined added up to 3,390 calories. That's about 484 calories a day just from drinks, which is basically a whole extra meal that you're drinking without even thinking about it. And then you got the sugary pastries, added up to 6,270 calories, which is about 35% of the entire week. Now, the one thing that surprised me the most was my weight. I started at 156 and I ended at 154. Now that could have been a bunch of things. I did work that week and I'm constantly walking around. Then there's the water weight, there's sleep, stress, and all that, but still, I'll take it.
And now for the price. Well, this challenge cost me $187, which averages out to $26.75 a day and about $8.92 per meal. And that doesn't sound too bad until you hit the end of the week and you see the total staring back at you. That's a lot of money. So what are my final thoughts on Tim Hortons? It's fast food is what it is. It's just all okay. I don't hate it. And I know some people might be upset with that, like I'm supposed to end this by saying Tim Hortons is trash. But listen, I'm not here to defend a massive fast food chain with questionable practices, and I don't even disagree with you. But you have to remember, this challenge was only in my town, so I can't speak for every Tim Hortons in the country or even my province. And I'm basing it on my experience I had this week only. But I also can't lie, most of it was just okay. I did get a few surprise bangers that I really liked, but those were very few and far between. Most of the meals were mid at best, not terrible, but not great either. Definitely not something I would go back for because I'm craving it. It was edible, but forgettable. Honestly, I had a hard time even describing a lot of the food because so much of it tasted like okay. I don't know how else to describe it. It's okay. Not good and not bad, just corporate tasting and soulless. Nothing was completely awful besides that sad BLT, which did make me mad, and some of the breakfast stuff that made me feel like garbage after. Overall, I think it's exactly what people say it is. Cheap, processed food that's usually pretty bland, but you'll still sit there and eat it. I do have an issue with their pricing. I think some of it is way too expensive for how much you get. Service, on the other hand, was pretty good for me. Most of the time I barely had to wait, except for when it got really late. But they even apologized for it, so I can't even really be mad. I didn't have a rude experience inside or out. All the workers were fine, and shockingly, all my orders were correct too. Wow. The only consistent issue I ran into was having to repeat myself at the drive-thru. But again, this is just what I experienced in my town, and it's most likely a completely different experience in another province, another city, or even another store with different management. And at the end of the day, to me, Tim's isn't somewhere you go for a good meal anymore. Sadly, Tim's is just something you have once in a while. Tim's is where you go to get a cheap coffee and keep it moving. It's the place you hit at 4 in the morning when you got an 8-hour drive ahead of you and nothing else is open. Because if you actually want something good, there are so many local cafes in basically every town now that are surprisingly really good. And I'll tell you to go there instead. But the difference is local cafes take effort. They usually don't have a drive-thru. You gotta park, go in, wait a bit, and yeah, it does cost a bit more. But you can't have it both ways either. Tim's is cheap and convenient. That is their entire point now, and long gone of the days of fresh baked goods. And that's the only reason why I stopped there on my way to work. It's just convenient. And I don't have time to do the local thing. But when I do my travel videos, I always hit up the local spots instead because they're just simply better and more unique. So with all that, my final rating for Tim Hortons is a 2 out of 5. It's okay fast food with some good hits here and there, but most of it was just forgettably bland. But what do you guys think? Am I wrong here? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know, because there should be a real discussion about one of Canada's most iconic brands and if it's going to stay iconic, so it should improve. And if you enjoyed the video, hit like, comment, subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you next time.
Step right up, the clock ticks loud. One more test, one more crowd. Win or lose, we take the dare. It's the challenge, see you red.